Hey everybody, welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Greene. I am said psychic medium Toni Greene. Green. I can't even say my own last name now. Oh, my goodness, you guys, it's December and I live in a state where it gets cold and snowy. Would I have an idea though that would anybody like to adopt me for the winters? You must live in a warm state. That's all I'm saying. Just adopt me for the winter. I mean, I'm pretty easy to care for. Not easy to maintain, but I'm easy to care for. Hey, Fawn. Hey, Heather. Um, so on YouTube, we already have some amazing people with us. I love you guys so much. We have Nancy. Hey, Nancy. And then we have Raphael, Brazilian Poppy. And Raphael, there are a lot of people in the chat that have questions for you. You may answer their chat questions if you're comfortable with that. We have Heather and Fawn. I'm Patrick. Hey, Patrick. Shonda. Hi, Shonda. Welcome to the show. Okay, you guys, if you want to chat amongst each other in the chat, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to join us live, it's every Monday and Wednesday at noon Central Time. For those in the chat, thank you so much for participating. If you are watching live on YouTube, please say hi, join the chat. It's actually a lot of fun, especially for those who are around all the time and are familiar with each other. It's a great time and I love going back and reading the chat. Once I start taking calls, it's a little bit difficult to keep up with the chat and the callers, but hey, we try to make it work and I have the greatest people in the world, so they're always super duper patient during the calls and the chat. um, if you are watching live on YouTube, thank you. You can post a question in the chat and I will try to get to it. If you want to call in live on Monday or Wednesday at noon Central or after, the number is 845 277-9131. And yes, I do need to close my eyes to remember the number. To remember for some of us who are not like 20. How did we remember all those numbers? Patrick, you know what I'm talking about. Like we used to have our top 10 phone numbers that we had to have memorized. There wasn't a name and a button you pushed that remembered it for you. What does our brain do now? Right? Yes, Patrick, absolutely. Um, I want to thank Rude Rangers and WSCS. You guys, I went to the WSCS site the other day, and thank you, WSCS, because people on WSCS online, they are like one of my videos or one of my shows, I should say, the numbers are stacking up over there. I was like, "Oh, look at that." I was a little surprised, but then I looked at another show and not so much. It didn't stack up so much. So, yes. Yes, it was a good thing though. For a minute I was like, "Oh my, the show's catching on." And then I looked at the next show that had like 2 views and I was like, "Oh, maybe it's just this particular show. It's good. It's all good." And Rude Rangers. Now, Rude Rangers TV streams my shows on podcasts and streaming channels like Roku and Apple and such. And thank you, Rudy, so much for all the work you and your team put in on that. And WSCS airs my show live on WSCS and then also on oh yes, on radio stations and podcasts. So I'm on almost every podcast. I do believe I'm on every podcast almost. The ones I know about, and the ones WSCS and Rude Rangers know about. Yeah. Okay. So, just for those of you who are not aware, a couple weeks ago, I had a concussion. Still recovering a little bit from that. So, if my words are backwards, if I stall out for a moment, don't worry. It's like that's all. It's all coming back to me now. Why do I? When you touch me like this. Oh, Jesus. It's going to be one of those shows, folks. 18 and over, please. I can tell already this is an adult content show. And I touch you like that. It's like I'm drunk with no alcohol. How about that? I don't know what comes after when I touch you like this and you touch me. Well, I personally knows what comes after when I touch you like this and you touch it, but I can't remember what comes next in the show. In the song, the song. Come on, brain. If I tap it enough, will it work appropriately? Oh my gosh. I hope you guys seriously laugh at my content, at my attempt at I'm not even trying to be funny, stuff just comes out of my mouth, and yeah, I'm like this in real life. It's difficult at fancy restaurants. I think I'm not even gonna go down that road. There was a whole nother comedy thing after that that I am not going down. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to keep reminding me. People are not here because I'm a comedian. People are here because they want to talk to their loved ones on the other side. And guess what? We're going to get to that now. So if you have a question, post your, hey, Jennifer, post your question. If you, or call in 845-277-9131. And if you'd like to connect with a loved one, I'm happy to help you connect with a loved one. I just need their first name and their relationship to you. Yes. Yes. Okay. When I say your area code, please let me know where you're calling from. Um, where you're calling from. The rest will fall into place. Most of you know how this works because I can't remember. It's not funny. It's not so funny. Oh my God. Okay. Genevieve. Hey, Genevieve. Um, okay. So here we go. So there was one question on the chat. Nancy Ramsey. Let's see. She responded down here. Please answer on air. Thank you. Nancy wants to know, Nancy from Oregon, do you see me finding a love companion in the future? Thank you. Yes, Nancy, I do. Um, okay. Nancy, I actually think you have a grandmother here or a mother. I'm not sure. She was thinner, more petite and thinner near the end, and her hair, she kept her, I see her hair being a little bit more gray and a little, you know, not so, mm, a little more, not so. And for those of you not watching, a little like a curvy inner back, not shoulders back. Okay. And Nancy, I hear March, April. There's the potential for somebody to come in March, April. Now, the person who's going to come in March, April is someone that you is it really? You may know this person, or you may have known this person in the past. Ah, 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 ah. Don't you dare yell at me about who's coming to you. I am not sending them. No. And don't say you don't want somebody from the past, because it doesn't mean it's the guy who did you dirty or the woman who did you dirty. This could be somebody that you met like a year ago, and at the time they might have been involved with someone, so nothing ever moved forward, or somebody that that maybe you dated them in college. I don't know from when in your past they are. Okay. Or it could be even be a past life, but I don't know. So let's just stick with um let's just stick with this person. And it doesn't, just because this person, it doesn't mean you necessarily have already dated this person and gone through the trenches with them. Now, am I a big fan of taking someone back? It depends. Some people want their ex back or the past person back, and some people do not. And it depends on what happened. Did you do them dirty? Did they do you dirty? Or did it just not work out because of timing? I don't know. I don't know. It's up to you. Um, I do say, if you are going with someone from the past that you dated, you really need to make sure that whatever dissolved the relationship has been resolved, and that you can move forward in a healthy, happy way without 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 repeating the past. You need to have those really good conversations first. But March, April, somebody that there's the potential. Nancy Ramsey from Oregon. I hope you don't mind me saying your last name. There's the potential for you to start something with somebody that you already know, somebody who has been in your life previously. Maybe this person had to relocate. Maybe it's somebody who travels for business. Ooh, maybe it's a pilot and you can fly all over the. I don't think it's a pilot. I'm just saying. I'm joking. I'm seriously joking. I'm sorry. Whomever this person is, it's somebody that you already know or have known, and I do feel like it's a really good fit. I don't feel like you're going to be like, when this person shows up, I don't feel like you're going to be like, "Ah, not you again," because you wouldn't take them back then, right? Or date them, right? And somebody from your past doesn't necessarily, again, mean somebody you've already dated. It could be somebody that that it just never took off. Okay, that's what I have for you. She says, and Nancy says, all of the past men that I dated have passed away. Oh, Nancy, you just opened me up for a whole box of little jokes, which I am not going to tell because it would be so inappropriate. Um, I'm sorry, Nancy, that here's what I'm going to say. Um, they have passed away, and I I apologize. You're not a black widow, are you? And that is the only joke. I'm going to try to let that be the only joke I tell on that. Nancy, actually, again, it doesn't have to be somebody that you literally dated in the past. It could be somebody you know, or it could be somebody that is an acquaintance. It could be a friend of a family member that you are like aware of or have met. I can't think of the word, but it's okay. It's okay, Nancy. Don't worry. March, April, somebody is coming in, and if you do date Nancy, I would say stay with her, because those who don't, they don't fare well. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Nancy. I had to. If you know anything about my show, I like try to make everything a little lighthearted and make people laugh, because there's enough out there making us cry. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I am going to go to the first caller, who is 917. 917, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, hey Tony, this is Bryn. from actually I'm in Encinitas, California at the moment. Bryn, how are you?
I'm good, Bryn. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. How have you been?
I'm okay, hanging in there. It's been kind of a rough year. I just wanted to see if there's any sort of thing I need to hear from my spirit guides or a dear departed loved one, or whether any good message of hope or something coming.
Okay, so Bryn, I feel like for you, the first thing I hear is, give me a second here. Um, so Bryn, there is going to be some. I can't say the word. I, I think I don't understand this message, but again, the message isn't for me. So I'm not supposed to understand it, but I'm just going to tell you the words I'm hearing, and hopefully, in some way, they will make sense to you. So I think the word I'm supposed to say is oscillating, right?
Oscillating. Oh, interesting.
Oscillating.
Yeah.
So there are some changes coming in, and I don't. I, again, it's like they're using this word like everything is um everything is spinning or going around. Everything is going around, but it's not going to go around the same way that it went around before. Like, excuse me,
Okay.
before it went around in a circle, everything was going around like a cycle or a pattern, and then now it's a new cycle, a new turn of events, a new thing is coming in.
Okay.
So over the next 6 months to a year, you're going to have a lot of new activities and experiences coming in. And over the next 6 months to the year, and again, this is free will. Everybody, listen, when I give messages, you can take these messages and you can run with them. And when the opportunities come in, you jump on them and you ride them like a wild horse. Okay. Or you can sit on your couch and eat bonbons watching repeats of TV shows. It's up to you. I am not the boss of you. I am not even the boss of my own bladder. So don't tell me like, oh, it didn't happen. Well, did you get up? Did you get out when the invitations came? Did you take them? Or did you sit on your couch and eat pizza? I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
So what I want to say to you is there are a lot of opportunities coming in, and you are going to have to make those choices to say yes when you get the chance. I feel like there's going to be a little bit more money coming in over the next 6 weeks or 6 months, because I get the number. That is not six. I get the number 6.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I over the next 6 weeks or 6 months, you're going to, or maybe from 6 weeks to 6 months, you're going to be having more money coming in. I feel like you're going to pick up on something that's going to help you move um move forward in a more productive way. Whatever you're going to do for the next 6 months is going to kind of set you up for a very long time. So make sure that over the next 6 months, you are being very invested in whatever it is you're doing next. Be smart with your money moves, but if you make the money moves, you will make the money. Oh, I hope that helps, Bren. I really hope that.
Thank you. No, that's a lot of hope for me, because it's been kind of difficult. And the word oscillating does. I feel things are oscillating, and that at this time it's sort of coming in and going out. But I think it's going to get on a track, like you said, at some point soon, where I get more clarity and more opportunity. So
Yes.
yeah,
And
I really appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely. And the one thing I'm getting, and again, this is a choice, and I'm not going to tell like I said, I can't even boss myself around whatever. There is going to be the opportunity for relocation. Now, whether this means relocating from where you live to a new neighborhood, a new city, a new state, province, or country, um, is up to you. I do, however, feel like this relocation might have something to do with the money and or work. Now, again, everything is a choice. Am I going to accept this or am I going to reject it? Is this because I feel like whatever this is that comes in, it might seem like a lot at first, okay?
Right.
Okay. Excellent, Bren.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Toni. Good talking with you again.
You're so welcome, and I love that you called in today. Thank you so much. It's been a long minute since we've been able to chat, and I'm so happy.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. So thank you for touching base. And if I don't get to talk to you beforehand, happy holidays.
Same to you, and many more. And have a great new year ahead for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Bryn. Okay, I am going to go to 780. And Fawn, I'll get to you next. Let's go to 780. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Toni, it's Jay calling from Canada. It's great to hear that you're getting better. You sound a lot more livelier.
Thank you so much. Yes. How can I help you, Jay?
Hey, just wondered I haven't talked to you for a bit, but 2 weeks ago I told you about a job that I lost. Not lost, but it's been furloughed, or I guess they call it that. And what happened is that they give me severance pay, but I'm looking for a job right now. So I just wondered any advice from my mother from above or anybody who's just coming forward to give me advice on what to do now. Maybe wait till January, but I guess I have to keep on pressing. So.
Okay, so the weird thing, and I don't know, I'm just going to say what I hear. Stay put for now. Something's going to come in right around February, end of January, February. Something's going to come in. But until then, don't get distressed if things aren't popping or if they're not opening up. I don't know if that makes sense to you the way they're saying it. But near the end of January, beginning of February, something's going to come in. It's going to be good. I actually hear better than it ever was. And I hear same. I don't know if that means the same company, the same type of work, or the same. Something is going to be the same about the new excuse me, I'm so sorry, folks, about the new position coming in. Something is going to be the same. So steady the course, and don't panic if you don't get an offer prior to then. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yes, it does. It does for sure. It's the same type of job. It's just a different type of company. So it's a lot more what I'm in for. I applied for a manager position as supervisor, but I was in top 3 after I think we had about 24 people, which is actually pretty good. I gave my best shot, but I didn't receive the job. Someone else got it, but I think it was rigged. That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
but
a lot of
very painful.
A lot of those things are, and the biggest thing I'm hearing is don't panic, stay put. It's coming. The timeline. Now, I'm going to say keep applying because the end of January, beginning of February, I don't know if that's when the job is coming out or if that's the start time. So in between now and then, you may be interviewing and actually starting end of January, beginning of February, or this job is going to present end of January, beginning of February. I do see February 15th being, they are highlighting February 15th. So maybe that's the start date. But again, I'm not sure about that. But some hiring processes can take a bit of time. So make sure that you're still looking and actively, uh, doing that thing that people do when they want a job, filling out. Yes, that. Anyway, so just make sure you're doing that, and everything will fall into place. And I feel like, again, end of January, beginning of February, you should have much better feeling about everything. Okay, Jay?
And no problem. Yeah, I'll take a look. And February 24th is my last day on the job, but I get severance pay, so it may come in the line then. Work out timing would be just perfect. Yeah.
And that might be, and again, I hear, I always believe everything is happening for us and not to us. So if you're supposed to, and I'm just going to throw this out there as a, for example, if you're supposed to, let's just say, for example, you're supposed to collect all of your severance pay, then maybe the position does come in on, maybe you're interviewing, and then on February 15th is the date they let you know you got the job, and then you don't start until the severance pay is done. Everything happens in alignment and in perfect timing, and this time that you have, don't stress. Just know something is coming in and it will be there for you. Now, I am going to say, even though I believe everything happens for us, when I'm going through something, I am like the most, like asking 1,000,001 questions of the spirit and angels, and wanting to know right away how everything's going to play out. And they basically laugh at me, just so you guys know. I don't get that preferential, you can talk to us, we're going to give you all the wisdom in the world treatment. I get that. No, you get to suffer just like everybody else, Chica treatment. So yes, there's that. Anyway, having said that, Jay, just relax, send things out, be a bit picky about, not picky, but you have the ability to not be desperate, so you can choose something or look at positions that are in alignment with what you really want. Okay.
Okay.
Excellent, Jay.
Grateful for the message. Maybe I'll. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I don't hear from. Have a grateful day and a grateful holiday season.
Oh my goodness, you too. And thank you so much for calling in today. I'm so happy we got to, we were able to speak with you also. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jay. And happy holidays.
You're welcome. Bless you.
Bless you too.
You too.
Okay, I am going to answer Fawn's question. Well, first, apparently, a couple of cookies I made. Oh my God, yeah. Save me a couple cookies, Patrick. Patrick made these. They're the brownie cookies, right, Patrick? The brownie cookies that I saw. Yes, Patrick. I want cookies. Yes. Oh, especially if they're the brownie cookies. Yes. And thank you, Patrick. And then Genevieve made cinnamon buns. Oh, Genevieve. You guys, I can't even have that stuff in my house because I have no like stop filter. I seriously don't. And then Fawn wants to know, can you connect with Steve, an ex? Also, did he come And also, did he come to me the day he passed? Felt him. Thanks. Yes. I hear instantly, yes, he did come to you the day he passed. Um, and yeah, you know what? As soon as his energy comes in, I'm like kind of who he was I feel like when he passed, he was really maybe not understanding what was going on. And Fawn, please let us know if this is accurate or not. I feel like he was a little either zoned out or unaware of what was going on, either with him or around him. I feel this sense of just being very zoned out when I'm tapping into Steve. And Steve wants to let you know I'm hearing that song again that I heard in the beginning. So he may be the one who was. If I touch you like this, and you touch me like that, Jesus. Stop it, Steve. To stop it, whoever that is. And then it's all coming back to me now. Even if that wasn't a song between the two of you, this is the song that he is choosing to bring through. So thank you. That's quite comical. So yes, also during the holidays, loved ones come through and they remind us, and we can feel them more strongly during the holiday, more because of the attention we are giving them than the attention they are giving us. They are always with us, and if we think of them, if we really focus on their energy or them and the memories, we will feel them so much more stronger, and they will be very much connected to us. Okay, so especially and during the holidays, it's so much easier for us to feel and connect with them. Alrighty. um Fawn says thank you. I hadn't talked to him in many years, but heard he was having a hard time. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Fawn, I feel like he was out of it. I don't know if this was he's disoriented. Thank you, Steve. He was very disoriented. And I don't know if this was at the time of passing or right before passing or prior. Now, a lot of times when people are ill or suffering, and they a lot, this is the way I'm going to say, a lot of us, when we get sick, we don't realize we're sick until we're really sick, because we think, oh no, I'm okay, I feel a little off, but I'm okay. And then by the time we're willing to admit something's wrong, we're sick. It's kind of that sort of thing that I think happened to him, like the disorientation. It kept piling up, and this could have been because of some sort of a couple different things are coming to me that I don't want to spend a lot of time on. The biggest thing he would say is that song again, which no, you're not going to get me to sing it again. No, not doing it, not singing it again. um but yeah, he's just saying hey, and he remembers, and he knows when you think about it, you remember too. And we're going to leave that there. And I'm going to go to the next caller, who is 205. Oh, yeah. 205. Hello. How are you? How can I help you today? What's
Hi,
your name?
Tony.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi,
Love?
Tony. Thank you so much. My name is Patricia. I'm calling from Alabama. Thank you for taking my call. It's always a pleasure. My question is, Tony, when do you see the love of my life coming?
Oh my gosh. I did preempt this show that it's an adult show. So there are so many jokes I want to make right now. But I will not, Patricia. I will not. um, here's what I'm going to say to you. I feel like okay, so it's important to understand that we might um, meet a few people before the actual person comes in. And whether we just have a casual conversation, go to coffee, a couple dinners, uh, I don't even know hopscotch with them. I don't really know what hopscotch with them means. Oh, never mind. Okay, there it is. Um, well, that's a new way of putting it. Oy vey. Okay. By the way, I just really quick, Patricia, sorry about this. There is somebody here who was clearly Jewish because the Oy vey, and I keep hearing Mazel Tov and Happy Hanukkah. So for somebody out there, their loved one, and I don't think this is for you, Patricia. This has been going on through the whole show, and I've been like kind of, or maybe you are going to meet somebody who's Jewish. I don't know, but there is somebody here who is Jewish that is saying this to somebody. So here we go. Patricia, I want you to know that your person is coming in. I hear, I'm hearing two different time frames. So I'm trying to say, okay, is this time frame like they first meet here and then they get closer here, or is it two different people? And I actually feel like right around the March timeframe, and it might start in February, but right around that March timeframe, you might find yourself communicating with two different people. And these two people, you're gonna kind of think, and again, I'm going to say it again, these are possibilities and opportunities depending upon your actions, choices, and decisions. Um, these two people are coming in right around the same time. And they both have good qualities, they both are good people, but there's just this one little thing missing from each of them. Okay. And then right around June, this third person's going to come in. Now, I do feel like you will still be talking in some capacity to at least one of the two people from March. But in June, this third person's going to come in, and I feel like it's going to be a whirlwind. A whirlwind. They're showing me like a tornado thingy to describe whirlwind. It's going to be like, this is what I've been looking for, and then I instantly hear go slow. Now I know why they say that. They're saying that, number one, because it's really important for you to know this person's mind before other things. Now I am going to say, I'm not going to say this June person is not the person. I'm going to say they just want you to go slow. And here's what I'm going to tell everybody. If this is your forever person, why do you have to rush it? Like if it is the person, the love of your life, your forever person, we're going to grow, mature together, there's no need to rush it. We can take our time getting to know each other and having great experiences together, and we'll get there in the perfect timing. So, but don't skip steps. Don't be in such a hurry to get to the commitment end of it, or the whatever end of it, whatever people would call that now. Um, that you miss some of the good memories in the beginning. Okay. So I always say, and it's always interesting to me. I talk to a lot of people about dating and relationships, and there's this third date thing where people are like prepared to drop their drawers, holy moly, on the third date, and get twinkied up. Okay. Um, but they're not comfortable asking by the third date, are you looking for a real relationship? Are you looking for are you dating? And here's a really good, I heard this on a video. This isn't my thing. I heard, are you dating for a relationship? Are you dating for friends? Are you dating because you're looking for your future person? Um, and I think that's a really good way of asking it, if that's what you want. Um, but I think that here's the really good thing to think about. When we take our time to get certain places, there's a certain something that builds up in both people. And it can be a little bit sweet, and it can be a little bit whatever, if we're not just doing that, here's the third date, and this is, whatever. What I'm hearing for you is, this June person, to take your time, date in a way that you've not dated in the past. Because when you do it, like when we follow the patterns of past situations, it's like just putting an album on and repeating it, or however we want to say that. And I'm sorry that this isn't coming out as quickly and as good as it should, but change the whole thing, change the whole pattern, um, and allow this to be a brand new experience for you. Because I feel like if you want the love of a lifetime, the dating process and everything else shouldn't look like every other guy you've ever dated or every other person you've ever been with. Because if this truly is the person and it's very special, every aspect of it should be a little bit different. And I don't know why they're giving that message, but they are. And so I'm giving it to you, and there's yours. And I hope you enjoy that. I hope that makes sense to you.
I did.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being patient during that. And Patricia, since you asked a dating question.
Toni, I love you. Happy holidays.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I love you too. And I'm so grateful that you called in. And Patricia, you asked a dating question. And, I watch a lot of videos, and some of them are a little bit funny. And there's this thing going around. I didn't know guys did this. I'm just going to bring it up. They ask, what do you bring to the table? I really am shocked about that. Like, I'm shocked because we've gotten to a generation where, and this isn't bashing men at all. It isn't. But we've gotten to a generation where it's so crazy to me, some of the things that are being said and done and yada, yada, yada. But I think if a guy ever asked me what I brought to the table, my only response could be, and please, I hope you guys laugh at this, because I wouldn't even know what to say to somebody who was looking for me to bring something to the table other than me. I'm not a waitress. Would you like me to hook you up with ours? I just don't even get some of these things that people are like saying now. Like, Patricia, do you get that? Like, can you elaborate a little bit? What the what?
Well,
boys become men.
I've never had anyone at what I was bringing to the table, but
Yes.
again, like you said, dating has changed so much to when it comes to the men now that you almost have to know what you expect and and stand on that.
Yeah.
I have a lot of standards, and so I'm not limiting anything. And certainly I'm not answering a question about what are you bringing to the table.
And
I
here's
don't
my
know when
thing.
that started.
Yeah, and here's another thing, like, is this a buffet, or do you not have a full table? Or I don't get this whole
Right.
analogy of a table, first of all. First of all, I don't get the whole analogy of a table. What do you bring to the table? Mm, uh, here's me, nothing.
Right.
I bring nothing to the table, nor do I want to bring anything. I mean, I'm just like, like, I don't know. I don't even get some of this stuff that I'm hearing. I'm like, who are you dating? And if you need a woman to bring something to the table, just sit back, build your table, and then get a woman. I don't know. Maybe I'm too,
Mhm.
I don't know, Patricia. I don't, thank goodness. I'm just going to
It's
also say this. Thank goodness every man I know, friend or like in the past that I've dated, because I have not dated in a minute, um, I don't believe they're like that. I know a lot of really incredible men that are good men that wouldn't even like that. I don't think that would ever even cross their mind to like say or behave like that. And I think, you know, they have demonized women, or maybe demonized isn't a good word,
Mhm.
but if we look for a successful man, they have certain terms for us now. For if we want a man who is
Right.
somewhat successful, if we want a man who's got his poop in a group. And all I'm going to say is, please, women, do not, and men, do not pay attention to those things. I, it, even in saying this, I'm put into such a crazy position where if I say certain things, everybody's going to use that term gold digger or something like that, and that's not it at all. Why would anyone expect a woman, like, if a man is successful, it doesn't mean he can't love and he's not a good guy. And why shouldn't a woman want the whole package just like a man does? They've
Mhm.
yeah, it's just crazy to me. It's just insanely crazy to me that this is what the next generations are dealing with, and we have to turn that around because it does such a disservice to successful men. It does such a disservice to women, and it really does do a disservice. The only people this benefits is little. I have all these like these boys and not men, and maybe that's, I don't
Mhm.
know. I can't even, Patricia. Am I wrong?
No, I totally agree with you. It is like it's hard for the women and their choices. What they have out there to choose from. If men are asking a woman what do she have for him, um, you know, and it's almost ludicrous, to sit with a man and he speaks those words to you. You know, um, I totally agree with you. If he's successful, um, then why?
Yeah,
Why would I not want that whole package? And vice versa, the man
right.
wanting a whole package, but to boldly ask first, what do you got? I need to know what do you. I mean, what do you mean? What you want my bank account? What's in my account?
Yeah,
How much I'm worth?
Yeah.
yeah, that's just the term.
Well,
Yeah,
and
I don't even know if I would. I would probably get up and walk off or
yeah,
something.
and I'll tell
Please,
you,
I don't want to meet that type of man.
yeah, neither do I don't think I've ever met that type of man. And I'll tell you, a man who's truly masculine, and I know they have all these different terms, but a man who's in his full testosterone or masculinity, I don't believe they ever would treat a woman like that or ask that, because they know their role is
Right.
to care for and create safety and security for a woman, to put her in a place where he is the provider. Most men who are successful and are already there, they know that. Men who might be
Right.
faking it, for example, or whatever, they might think something is owed to them, um, or that, you know, if
Mhm.
they're with a woman, I just personally, I personally have never experienced that. Thank God. I have like the most amazing, I've had the pleasure and the honor of knowing and meeting, um, the most amazing, some of the most amazing men who are put together very, very well. So yeah, when I watch some of these things, I'm like, who says that? And and why would they have an expectation? Now, in other cultures, in other countries, that would never, as it's my understanding, like if you go to Greece and again, not every person in every country is the same, but in other, like Latin American countries and in, Italy and Greece, I don't think it's like that. Like, I don't think the men there, I think the men there are all about taking care of the woman, and that's part of their pride and their bravado, and they're like, I provide for my family, I provide for my woman. And that that speaks volume to where, some some American dating situations have gone. And how did we get here? I wonder. You know, I have a really good friend. Her name is Marla Martinson, and she's the mystical matchmaker. And she dates, matches men and women, and she's amazing at what she does, and she works with very, very, very
Mhm.
high end clients. And I think I'm going to have her on the show, and we're going to discuss some of these dating techniques, because Marla's also a dating coach, so she helps women to understand what they want, and work through it and get through that dating process, which I think can be important if we haven't dated in a while, or we haven't,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. But I'm going to say to you, Patricia, do not settle, and take your time. And when you are dating someone, make sure it's an experience and a journey, and not just let me get through this one to get through the next one, because every situation, whether you're a man or a woman, is either the one or leading us to the one. And we want to make sure we're improving and growing from every single situation that we are in. I hope that makes sense for you, love.
Absolutely. Oh my God, that's beautiful worded and said. I definitely am grateful for the message. Yes, um,
Thank you.
absolutely. Everything that you said, I resonate with, and I look forward to you having the matchmaker her on the show.
Yes.
I would love to be a part of that show and hear that show. So I will be listening out and looking out for that show in the future. Again, thank you so much, Toni. I love you. Happy holidays. I look forward to talking to you again, hopefully before the year turns. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
You are beautiful, Toni. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you so much. I think I'll have Marla on, and it won't be my Monday or Wednesday show. I think I'll do a special show with Marla just to highlight dating and coaching for men and women. Um, You guys can call in and ask any coaching dating questions. That's a big give for me to volunteer Marla for that. And about her mystical matchmaking service, where she does match, her clients are very high end clients that she has, but um, I think I think it would be good to be able to ask her questions and call in and get those answers and see what her perspective on dating in today's world is. Okay, having said that, I want to Fawn, you are welcome. You are so welcome. Um, okay. I am going to say, you know what? Hey, goodness gracious. Any info on hobbies becoming a way of earning extra income? Oil painting in particular and writing some books. Okay, I feel like the painting is going to be a little bit more of a way to make extra income in the more immediate future. There is one book that you will write. I feel like you'll write a couple, but one book, goodness gracious, will be a little bit more productive than the other ones. I do want to say that for you. Um, and Patrick, I look forward to those brownie cookies. Thank you. I am I am a big like like those brownie cookies. My mom used to make them. They're almost like cake. It's almost eating like a cookie that is cake. They are so good. They're so good. Um, I want to say, hey, Stevie. I'm sorry I didn't say hey at the beginning of the show. And I love you, Stevie. I hope you're having a good day. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here and joining me today. I will be back Wednesday at noon for a minimum of 30 minutes. I'm going to connect with Marla right after the show and figure out a day and a time when we can do like a matchmaker, a coaching show. And again, it won't be the normal time because people will be calling in for other things. So please look for the title for Marla and I to be in the title of the show, and you'll know it, whether you're male or female. You can call in and ask her any questions about matchmaking and yada yada. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I love each and every one of you. And in case I don't get to talk with you on Wednesday, I hope you have an absolutely amazing holiday season, whatever holidays you celebrate. Hey, Estella, whether it be all these like Kwanzaa or Young Kura. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Or Christmas, which is what I celebrate. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm so excited about Christmas. I just love Christmas. I do, but I love New Year's more. Every year,
90 seconds.
oh my gosh, I have to do this with a quickness. Every year at New Year's, I make my New Year's wish list. And the wish list is all the things that like you wish for 2023 rather than resolving like I'm going to do my resolutions. No, make a wish list of everything you wish for the next year. Start that now, folks. You will not regret it. I love each and every one of you so stinking much. I hope you have an absolutely
60
amazing
seconds.
week. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. Thank you so much and have a great day.